Genoa City is heating up in the week of September 2226, and the young and the restless spoilers hint at intense showdowns, fragile alliances, and some painful truths. From Billy Abbott's high stakes to Sally and Audra plotting in the shadows, here's what viewers should brace for. The young and the restless spoilers have never looked more explosive. Tuesday, September 23rd, sees Sally and Audra's plotting kick into gear, while Claire receives an intriguing invitation. By Wednesday, September 24th, Jack and Diane try to rein in Billy's runaway plans. Audra pushes Kyle's buttons. Lauren stands her ground with Michael. Thursday, Victor delivers an offer that is hard to refuse to Kane. Meanwhile, Jack seems to have a trick up his sleeve. Billy forces Sally into a tough decision. Wrap up the week on Friday, September 26th, with Victor possibly calling a truce with Jack. Kane may end an alliance. Nikki is in line for some surprising news. Billy's running out of options, or so it seems. His relationship with Kane is tense, grounded in a joint venture around AI, blackmail, and high risks. Sally is deeply conflicted now that she suspects Billy is hiding dangerous intentions. Victor Newman remains the mastermind. He's exerting power, throwing threats, and possibly ready to extend a truce to Jack, though whether he intends peace or a trap is anyone's guess. Claire Grace Newman is at a crossroads. With an invitation in hand and Holden Novak orbiting, her feelings for Kyle Abbott are under stress. Will she choose stability or something new? And Audra Charles. Once employed by Abbott.com, she's now plotting with Sally, facing job loss and possibly looking to Nate Hastings for help, or at least comfort. Don't miss these moments. Watch for Victor's offer to Kane. It may come across as generous, but it smells like leverage. Also, Sally's confession or confrontation with Billy could be the turning point for them. Claire's decision about Kyle versus Holden might shift several story arcs at once. Why it matters. This week's spoilers suggest we're moving beyond small betrayals into full-scale warfare. Business rivalries, romance entanglements, and moral compromises are converging. For characters like Billy and Kane, every move could cost them dearly, not just in power, but in relationships. For Sally and Audra, it's about survival and self-respect. And for Victor, control remains everything. Conclusion. If you've been following the young and the restless spoilers, this week, September 2226, is shaping up to be critical. Billy's gamble, Victor's play for dominance, Sally's growing disillusionment, and Claire's emotional tug-of-war. Expect all of it to hit full force. Buckle up, Genoa City fans. The previous episode of The Young and the Restless saw Billy making a shocking threat to Kane. On the other hand, Kane reconnected with Tracy and had a joyful encounter. And then lastly, Tessa opened up to Daniel after she found out from him that Mariah was planning to leave town. The drama, the threats, the doubts, the feuds, and the blames are all going to fire things up even further quite soon. Here's what fans can expect from the September 23rd, 2025 episode of The Young and the Restless when they tune in to CBS to watch the daytime drama set around Genoa City. The episode on Tuesday features Sally and Audra plotting their next move. The two have faced several setbacks in the last few weeks, and their bond has been the only thing keeping them going. Sally was heading the Abbott Communications Company, but it didn't work out thanks to Billy's actions. That's not going to stop her or Audra from rerouting their lives and plotting their next moves. What will the two best friends decide to do next as their personal life crumbles and their professional life sees trouble? Next, Claire receives an intriguing invitation. She has been having a hard time lately. Her relationship with Kyle has taken a hit due to his constant lies. There is a lot of friction, especially after she rejected his desperate proposal to get married to him. Meanwhile, her friendship with Holden is getting stronger. She confides in him, and he understands her. But he also has a proposal. Holden is off to Los Angeles, and he is asking if she wants to join him on the trip. This might be an intriguing offer, but it's also risky considering the state of Kyle and Claire's relationship. And more so, Holden is clearly attracted to Claire. Will she accept this offer and go on this trip with him or reject it? And then lastly, Victoria gives Kyle unsolicited advice. He has been actively struggling to fix things between him and Claire, but nothing good is coming out of it. In this confusion and mess, Victoria is there to offer him some key advice. After all, she is Claire's mother and knows her daughter better. The previous week on The Young and the Restless saw Jack asking for Victoria help to reel Billy in, Sally walking away after seeing how obsessive Billy's ambition was, Adam and Chelsea fighting about their exes, Mariah and Daniel having a chat while Lauren helped Christine in dress shopping. The drama, the planning, the alliances, the breakups, and the feuds are only going to get more heated over time. Here's what fans can expect from the September 22nd, 2025 episode of The Young and the Restless, when they tune in to CBS to watch the daytime drama set around Genoa City. On next week's The Young and the Restless, fans can expect Nikki getting news, Billy making a threat, while Lauren stands her ground. The previous episode of The Young and the Restless saw Lauren pulling out all the stops to impress Christine during the wedding dress shopping. Billy suffered a setback when things didn't go as he hoped. And then lastly, Kane hosted a meeting of the minds for ideas and thoughts. From broken alliances and late realizations to plotting and new invitations, the audience has plenty to look forward to on the soap opera show. Here's what the fans can expect from the upcoming week on The Young and the Restless when they tune in to CBS to watch the popular daytime drama. The first episode of the week features Billy making a shocking threat. Is this about Kane pulling out at the last moment, claiming Billy was too obsessive and unreliable? On the other hand, Kane reconnects with Tracy. How will this chat go? And then there is Tessa, who opens up to Daniel once again. When Sally and Audra plot their next move, will they be able to execute the plan well? Claire receives an intriguing invitation. Is this from Holden? And will she accept it amidst friction in her romance with Kyle? And then there is Victoria, who gives Kyle unsolicited advice. Will he accept it or ignore it? Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. Jack and Diane rein in Billy. But for how long? With how stubborn and self-destructive Billy can be, he isn't someone who can stay away from drama for too long. Lauren stands her ground with Michael. Is she refusing to let him get back to working with Victor? Lastly, Audra pushes Kyle's buttons. Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Victor makes Kane an offer that is hard to refuse. Will he accept it, or is there something else on his mind? Jack has a trick up his sleeve, but will it be successful? Billy forces Sally to make a tough decision. Is this about their relationship or their professional life with Abbott Communications? The final episode of the week features Victor considering calling a truce with Jack. Will they put aside their enmity to go against Kane together? When Kane ends an alliance, is it with Phyllis? And then lastly, Nikki receives surprising news. What could it